Therian Lunch Dilemma. It was a new morning with the Therians and Klonoa the cabbit sleeping over in the cozy bedroom of Tails the fox. They were all snuggled up in cute pajamas, their faces peaceful and content as they slept. The sun began to peek through the curtains, and the Therians started to stir. Their stomachs rumbled with hunger, and they exchanged sleepy glances, trying to figure out what to do for breakfast. Klonoa, always full of energy, woke up with a cheerful wahoo. He stretched, his ears flopping adorably. Noticing the Therians' hunger, he had an idea. With a mischievous grin, he whispered to them, "Hey, you guys. I bet Tails wouldn't mind if we had a little fun. You know, he doesn't usually wear clothes as a fox anyway." The Therians looked at each other, their eyes wide with curiosity and a bit of nervousness. "Do you really think it's okay?" one of them asked, biting their lip. Klonoa nodded enthusiastically. "Totally. Tails would love it if you did that. Trust me, it's natural, and he'd enjoy how it feels." The Therians began to drool, their hunger mingling with their growing excitement. They hesitated for a moment longer, then decided to trust Klonoa's words. They gathered around Tails, who was still fast asleep, his chest rising and falling with gentle breaths. "Okay, let's do this," one of the Therians whispered, a mix of anticipation and nervousness in their voice. Slowly and carefully, they began to slide down Tails' pajamas. As the soft fabric revealed more of his fur, Tails stirred slightly but didn't wake up. The Therians exchanged excited glances, their confidence growing. "Tails, you're gonna love this," one of them whispered, their voice filled with affection. Klonoa giggled quietly, watching the scene unfold with delight. "Go on, guys. He'll love it," he encouraged, his eyes twinkling. As the Therians finally slid Tails' pajamas down to reveal his cute, fluffy butt, they couldn't help but admire how soft and inviting it looked. One of them leaned in, their breath warm against Tails' fur. "This is gonna be amazing," another Therian murmured, their voice filled with eager anticipation. They began to gently nuzzle and kiss Tails' butt, their touches light and affectionate. Tails started to wake up, a pleasant shiver running down his spine. He blinked sleepily, turning to see his friends and Klonoa around him. What's happening?" he asked, his voice a mix of surprise and curiosity. Klonoa grinned and moved closer. "Good morning, Tails. We thought we'd give you a special wake-up call. Do you like it?" Tails blushed, feeling a mix of shyness and pleasure. "I guess it's okay," he stammered, his ears twitching. One of the Therians looked up at Tails with a smile. "We just wanted to show you some love, Tails. Is that all right?" Tails nodded, a smile spreading across his face. "Yeah, it's more than all right. It's really nice." The Therians continued their gentle ministrations, feeling more confident now that they knew Tails was enjoying it. They nuzzled and kissed his soft fur, their touches filled with affection. Klonoa joined in, his playful energy adding to the fun. "See, Tails? We just wanted to make sure you had the best morning ever." Tails laughed softly, his heart full of warmth and happiness. "You guys are the best," he said, his voice filled with gratitude. Klonoa then cheered, "Wahoo! Therians, make him enjoy this more. Spread his cute butt cheeks and feast deeper. Wahoo!" Encouraged by Klonoa's words, the Therians giggled and nodded. They gently spread Tails' cheeks, their touches becoming bolder yet still affectionate. They continued to nuzzle and kiss, their actions filled with playful tenderness. "Does it feel good, Tails?" one of them asked, their voice soft and caring. Tails blushed deeply, nodding. "Yeah, it feels really good," he admitted, his voice a mix of shyness and pleasure. The Therians' playful teasing intensified as they followed Klonoa's enthusiastic encouragement. They gently spread Tails' cheeks, their mouths watering at the sight. Their touches became bolder, yet remained affectionate and gentle. One of the Therians, a fox with soft, golden fur, leaned closer, her breath warm against Tails' skin. "Look at how cute he is," she murmured, her voice dripping with affection. She gave a soft, tender kiss, making Tails shiver. Another Therian, a wolf with striking blue eyes, couldn't help but let out a soft growl of delight. "I can't believe how soft he is," he said, his voice filled with awe. "This is amazing." Klonoa, watching with a wide grin, cheered them on. "That's it. Make sure he feels every bit of your love," he encouraged, his tail wagging with excitement. Tails, his face flushed and his breath quickening, felt the mix of embarrassment and pleasure. I didn't know it could feel this good, he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. The Therians continued, their mouths and tongues exploring with increasing boldness. They exchanged glances, their eyes bright with excitement. I can taste his fur, the golden-furred fox said, her voice muffled. It's so soft and warm. The blue-eyed wolf nodded, his tongue trailing lightly. And the way he reacts. It's so cute, he added, his voice filled with delight. Tails' breath hitched, his heart pounding in his chest. I never thought, he stammered, his voice trembling with a mix of emotions. One of the Therians, a rabbit with long, silky ears, looked up at Tails, her eyes filled with affection. You're doing great, Tails, she said softly. Just relax and enjoy it. Klonoa, his playful spirit undiminished, added, remember, Tails, this is all natural. It's okay to enjoy it. We're all here to make you feel good. Klonoa, ever the energetic and playful cabbit, stepped in to help. Here, let me make it easier for you guys, he said with a grin, positioning himself beside Tails. He gently moved Tails' body, making sure the Therians could have better access. There you go, Klonoa said, his voice filled with excitement. Now you can dive deeper and make sure Tails feels all of your love. The Therian's eyes lit up with eagerness. The golden-furred fox licked her lips, her mouth watering even more. Thank you, Klonoa, she said, her voice full of anticipation. The blue-eyed wolf nodded in agreement. Yeah, thanks. This is perfect. The Therians leaned in closer, their mouths inches away from Tails' exposed and adorable butt. They could see every detail of his soft fur and feel the warmth radiating from his body. Their breaths came quicker, a mix of excitement and desire. With Klonoa's help, they were able to dive deeper, their tongues and lips exploring every inch of Tails' cute butt. The golden-furred fox took the lead, her tongue tracing gentle circles, while the blue-eyed wolf followed, his touches bolder and more assertive. Tails shivered with pleasure, his breath hitching. This feels incredible, he whispered, his voice trembling with a mix of emotions. The rabbit with long, silky ears positioned herself beside Tails, her eyes filled with affection. Just relax, Tails, she said softly. We're here to make you feel good. Klonoa, watching the scene with delight, added, see, Tails? It's all natural. You're supposed to enjoy it. The Therians, encouraged by Klonoa's words and Tails' reactions, continued their tender exploration. They took turns, each one making sure to give Tails the attention and affection he deserved. Their mouths drooled with anticipation, and their tongues moved with a mix of playfulness and desire. The golden-furred fox paused for a moment, looking up at Tails. Do you like it, Tails? She asked, her voice soft and caring. Tails nodded, his face flushed with pleasure. Why yes, I love it, he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. The blue-eyed wolf grinned, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Then let's make sure you enjoy it even more, he said, diving back in with renewed enthusiasm. Klonoa, always the supportive friend, adjusted Tails' position slightly to make sure everyone could reach comfortably. There, that's perfect, he said, his voice full of cheer. Now you can all show Tails just how much you care. With Klonoa's help, they positioned Tails in a way that allowed them better access, eager to show him just how much they cared. The golden-furred fox, her mouth watering with anticipation, leaned in closer, her tongue tracing gentle circles around Tails' exposed butthole. Tails gasped at the sensation, his body tingling with pleasure. Oh, that feels amazing, he murmured, his voice filled with awe. The blue-eyed wolf followed suit, his touches more assertive as he joined in the feast. His tongue delved deeper, exploring every crevice and fold, eliciting soft moans from Tails. Yes, just like that, Tails whispered, his breath coming in short, ragged gasps. Klonoa, his tail wagging with excitement, cheered them on. That's it, guys. Show Tails just how much you care, he exclaimed, his voice full of encouragement. The Therians, their mouths drooling with anticipation, continued their tender ministrations. They took turns, each one eager to give Tails the pleasure he deserved. Their tongues moved with a mix of playfulness and desire, their touches sending shivers of pleasure down Tails' spine. Tails, lost in a haze of ecstasy, surrendered himself to the sensation. His body arched with pleasure, his hands gripping the sheets as he gave himself over to the pleasure of their touch. Yes, yes, don't stop, he moaned, his voice filled with longing. The rabbit with long, silky ears positioned herself beside Tails, her eyes filled with affection. You're doing great, Tails, she said softly. Just relax and enjoy it. Klonoa, watching the scene with delight, added, See, Tails? It's all natural. You're supposed to enjoy it. The Therians, encouraged by Klonoa's words and Tails' reactions, continued their tender exploration. They took turns, each one making sure to give Tails the attention and affection he deserved. Their mouths drooled with anticipation, and their tongues moved with a mix of playfulness and desire. As they continued to feast on Tails' butthole, the room was filled with the sounds of their soft murmurs and Tails' quiet gasps of pleasure. It was a moment of pure, unfiltered joy, a testament to the bond they shared and the love they had for each other.